Hey everyone, it's your friend Think Noodles and welcome to Ask Think episode number 82 for Monday, December 30th, 2013, officially the last Ask Think of 2013. What do you guys think about that? Yep, me too. No opinion, whatever. It is what it is. Next week will be 2014. I'm pretty excited about the new year. Are you guys excited about the new year? Do you have plans? I don't. And I'll talk about that in a bit. But first, let's get to how many likes were on last week's video. And we went down quite a bit because I didn't set a like target. But we got 1,434 likes. And you guys were off quite a bit because usually it's around 2,000 to 2,500. But Edge Christian was the closest with 1,432. Now, before we get to the questions, I want to ask you to leave your question in the comments below. Remember, only one question per comment, but you can leave as many comments as you like. Also, if the comments on this Ask Think are closed, make sure to go to the most recent episode and ask your question there. Now, on to the questions, and the first one is from Herobrine, and it says, I think that your like piston thumbnail isn't getting as much likes as your like goals, so I think you should do both. Well, here's the thing. I do agree that I get more likes if I ask you guys, for example, on this one to let's get to 2,000 likes. It seems like more people respond to that, but every time I do it, I feel like I'm selling something. I don't like that. It makes me uncomfortable to ask for a number and sort of bait you guys into hitting it for some reason. It just, I don't know. So, I mean, on Ask Think, I don't think it's really a big deal because we kind of make a thing out of the likes where you guys guess it. So we'll go ahead and set the like target on this one for 2,000 likes, but on other videos, probably won't do like targets. We'll just do the piston thumbnail thing. It's not really a thumbnail, but that piston like thing, just to remind you guys to like it. And at the end, I'll say, if you like the video, please give it a like, show your support, that sort of thing. And hopefully you guys will respond and I don't have to do the like target thing because I don't know. I just feel like a salesman and I don't like that. So anyway, let's get to the next question. And it's from Steven Ramirez. And it says, what happened to the Minecon 2013 adventure? Well, if you watched the missing presents, I think in the third episode I addressed it. And I thought I had addressed it on Ask Think last week, but apparently not. Maybe I did. I don't know. But what happened is I can't get it to work. It keeps getting stuck. I've played it through twice more and I keep getting stuck in the same spot. Minecrackers are missing and they're not responding to me when I go and get all the machine parts from the dam. So I'm kind of stuck right now until there's an update to the map or to 1.7 or something like that where it can actually work for me because I can't get any further through the map and that really stinks because I know you guys loved watching it and I loved playing it. Shelby Townsend said, what if a stranger came up to you and said, I named my dog after you? Would you feel cool about it or would you have your feelings hurt or walk away? I would feel really cool about it. That's kind of an honor. I mean, as much as we love our pets and you guys know how much I love Kopi, for me to name it my dog after someone is really, really a compliment. Redzum here MC asks, since you live in New York, are you going to see the ball drop on New Year's Eve? No, that's something you may not know about New Yorkers. Most of the people you see in Times Square, not New Yorkers, or if they are, they're with friends who aren't New Yorkers. We try and avoid Times Square pretty much at all costs on New Year's Eve. It's madness and you get stuck there. I went there one time before I lived here and I dragged my wife and we got within about maybe 8 blocks of Times Square and it got really crazy and you got stuck in these barricades and people were pushing and it was very uncomfortable and I didn't want to go any closer. Not that we could because we got there late because you have to get there around noon, I think, if you want a decent spot in Times Square. So no, I will not, moral of the story, no, I will not be seeing the ball drop on New Year's Eve live. What we usually do is watch it on TV. We open the windows because we're near enough to Times Square that you can hear all of the madness and the screaming and all the horns and stuff. It gets pretty crazy here all over the city on New Year's. Iron Butterman Gaming says, how come sometimes you upload a video and then a few days after it says you uploaded it again? That's kind of a little bit of a mess with YouTube. When I click the like button or comment on my own videos, sometimes it puts it back into your feeds, and then it'll say, instead of Think Noodles uploaded, it'll say Think Noodles uploaded, liked, and posted on, or something like that. And it doesn't mean I uploaded it again. It's just, it puts it into a weird subscriber feed activity sort of place, and that's why it pops it up for you guys again. Kitty Cat Cute says, does your wife ever get disappointed when you're busy making a video and she wants to go out or something? Nope, I am pretty good about getting all my stuff done, recording or editing or uploading or all of that stuff, so that when she actually is home, because, you know, she works a lot of hours and I don't see her as often as I'd like, when she is off, I don't have any work to do. I'm usually done with it, so that if she wants to go out, we go out. Jerry Potter says, do you have a schedule for when you post your videos? I mean, like Ask Think on Mondays, Adventure Map on Tuesdays, Survival on Wednesday, etc. Not really. Although Ask Think always every Monday, that's pretty much the only one I have a super set schedule for. I'd love to put into a, to put it to a schedule. Maybe one day I'll get around to it and get organized, but right now, no, not really, other than Ask Think on Mondays and currently UHC every other day. Shelby Kennedy says, when I look at my YouTube inbox, it says a user added me as a contact. What does that mean? That's a relic from the past. People don't do that much anymore. You can add someone as a contact, let's say in your inbox, but I don't even think, no, I guess we still do use the inbox messages, but you can set it to only people on my contact list can contact me. And then someone would have to add you as a contact and you accept, or you add them as a contact. And then only those people can send you inbox messages. Min Ramawi says, hey, when you're editing a video, what's the hardest part to edit? Well, it depends on the video. For example, my most recent survival video, I had to go through all this testing and, messed up worlds and stuff with the broken water and all the testing for the redstone, and editing out the boring parts of that takes a lot of time, and finding it and splicing it all together. When I'm recording maybe with some other people that I'm not familiar with or who don't know my channel, and they might say a bad word or two, finding or trying to remember the bad word and finding it and editing it out, that's really hard for me as well. Just remembering when they said it is really, really hard. The Gaming M&M says, who is going to be your first kiss of 2014? Kopi or Mrs. Noodles? Well, that depends on whether we stay up. We usually do stay up, or well, actually we go to sleep and then we set our alarm for about 5 minutes before midnight and watch the ball drop on TV and then go back to sleep because we're old. But if we get up and watch the ball drop and do that, it'll be Mrs. Noodles. However, if we end up sleeping through it, I'm pretty sure the first person that's going to lick me in the face is going to be Kopi when we're supposed to get up and feed her. So could go either way. Zach Toby says, hey, how do you make your videos so professional? Well, first of all, thank you. That's a great compliment for you to call my videos professional. I try really hard to do that, so that really means a lot that you said that. But I just work really hard on trying to make the best quality and do everything as professional as possible and hope that it comes across that way, and apparently it does. Dini Alfaron says, Justin, do you mind if I call you that? Nope. When you did the world tour, I couldn't get on the server. I don't know why, and I'm disappointed that I couldn't. Do you know why? Yes. Initially it was whitelisted, so nobody other than the 10 or 12 people could get on. Once I shut the whitelist off, there was a huge influx of people immediately. So unless you were in that first group that got in, the server filled at 70 users and then it started cutting people off. So it was only big enough to allow 70 people at once, and that's probably why, and I'm really sorry. Sarah Jothan says, hey, here's my question. Have you ever been to Dubai? And if you did, where'd you go? If you didn't, where would you like to go? And if you're planning to go, please tell me I have to be there. I have not been, but I will be going in February. well, at the end of my trip, which is mid-February. I'll be coming through Dubai, and we're planning it right now. We do want to go to the Burj Khalifa, which is the tallest building in the world. We want to go to the top of that. And we wanted to do like a desert safari kind of thing. And I also know there's an indoor skiing hill mountain thing that we kind of want to check out too. But we're not set on anything just yet. Minecraft Maxima says, hey Think, why don't you make a public server? I've seen this question so much on Ask Think, and I've been trying to keep it a secret for a long time. I had a company approach me back when I hit 100,000 subscribers, which you guys may or may not remember when that was, but that was, I think it was early August, late July. And they said they'd make me a public server, and we talked about things, and we were going to make a Hunger Games and start with the Hunger Games and then do other mini games. But over time, I found that they weren't as productive as I needed them to be. And my initial goal, and it was kind of joking, was to do it before Minecon. And they said, oh, yeah, no problem. We can have this done quick. But it never came to fruition and kind of fell apart. And I got frustrated with them. So, that said, although that fell apart, I do have an idea for a public server coming soon. Keep an eye on my channel over the next week, and you might see what you're looking for. Mining Simmer 123 says, have you ever stuck your tongue out to a frozen flagpole because someone triple dog dared you? No, I haven't. But that image in my head is Jeff Daniels in Dumb and Dumber when he licked the ski lift. Oh man, that was so funny. Remember his tongue like stuck to it. That was hilarious. Joshua Wallace says, what would you do if you saw somebody with a Think Noodles t-shirt? Oh, I would totally go up to them and introduce myself and ask them who they were and ask them if they like my channel. Obviously, if you have a t-shirt, you like my channel. But anyway, I would be nervous though, but still, it would be super fun. Lana Wilson says, guess what? Think, for our tree, I made an ornament and it was your logo. Would you use that on your tree? Would I? That would be awesome. I would love to have a Think Noodles logo ornament on my own tree. That's amazing. Matt Lobos asks, Think, have you ever gone fishing? Oh yeah, I used to go a lot as a kid. I remember when I was around 11 or 12 years old, and I came back to the U.S. because I was living in Indonesia, and I came back to my grandparents' house in Louisiana, and there was a lake, maybe a couple of blocks away, and there was another kid there. His name was Dan. And man, we went fishing every single day on that lake. I mean, every day for the summer, like for 2 months, every single day. It was so much fun. And I still go fishing today. I go with my brother-in-law and my father-in-law. We go every summer, and we go freshwater fishing in a little paddle boat in a reservoir upstate. It's fun. Maria Ortez says, do you remember your teachers from school? If so, what was your favorite teacher's name? Of course, I remember my teachers from school. Now, that depends if you mean elementary school or middle school or high school or even college. I do remember various teachers from all of those grades, really. But overall, my favorite teacher was Dr. Hugh Smith. He was my networking professor in college, and he's pretty much the main reason I started working at Cisco Systems. Saya for Full asks, if your wife is good at skiing, do you ski or snowboard? I do both, and I think I'm pretty good. I do. I ski just like her. I tried snowboarding a long time ago, like when snowboarding was first out, if you guys can believe that. Yes, I'm old. But yeah, no, I love skiing, and I'm pretty good at it too. I'm not as good as she is, but I am pretty good. Ero Plays Minecraft says, Think, I tried uploading a video from ScreenFlow to YouTube, but something like example MP3 or something wasn't working with YouTube. How come it works for you? Please answer it on Ask Think. Well, I don't upload directly from ScreenFlow. I know that there's a share on YouTube button menu thing, and I don't use that. What I do is I go to File and I export the video directly to my hard drive first, and then I upload it on via YouTube.com on whatever web browser I use. I don't export within ScreenFlow because the quality can be off from time to time. Ciara Sapphire says, think on Android devices such as a Kindle, your YouTube username is Think Noodles. On Apple devices, such as an iPhone, your username is Insiders Network. Make more sense? Well, it makes sense that you're explaining it that way, but it doesn't make sense at all. They should be the same on both. What that means to me is that the Android version of the YouTube app is more updated than the iOS version of the YouTube app. That does make sense. Although, come on, YouTube, get it together. Curious Confused asks, hey, Think, do you write your entire description by hand, or do you have something copied and you paste it into the description box? I usually paste it, at least, the subscribe links and my Twitter links and things like that. And then if it's a new game type or something like that, or a survival episode, I'll type by hand what happens in the episode or something like that. And yeah, I mean, there is some pasting and some handwriting, but I don't write it by hand every single time from memory. That'd be crazy. Pixar fan 8080 asks, have you seen Saving Mr. Banks? Great movie. No, I haven't yet, but my wife and I both really want to watch it. She loves Walt Disney. Zain Majumdar asks, is Poptropica updating every island? I think that is their goal. Their final goal is to have every island updated with music and the larger screen and everything, and I think that's great because it brings it more current. But it is taking them quite some time to do it, and that makes me think that they're pretty much having to reprogram every single island, which, wow, that is quite an undertaking. But yeah, that is their eventual goal. Pop Mini says, hey, Think, I'm starting a YouTube channel about Minecraft, but I don't know what to say during my videos, and I also have stage fright, so do you have any advice? Please answer, because your videos are so good, and I would like to learn from you. Well, first, thank you so much for the compliments. You guys are awesome with the compliments this video. But then I chose the questions myself, so am I complimenting myself, or I don't know. But anyway, it is hard to begin with, and I had trouble with this at first. I was nervous, I had stage fright, and I got more and more comfortable behind the microphone as time went on. But really, the best thing to do is just talk about what you're doing. You don't always want to do that because, and I do that a lot. I have to admit, I don't talk about other stuff as much as I should. I just get kind of caught up with what I'm doing, and I kind of can't think of two things at once. I'm just not good at that. But yeah, just talk about what you're doing and why you're doing it. And once in a while, mix something else in if it comes to mind. But just don't really overthink it. I think that's probably your problem. You're scared and nervous and you're overthinking things. Domi Lego 4 says, Think, I want to congrats you because you made it through 10 Minecraft UHC episodes. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, I did. That's the longest I've been in a UHC. And as you might notice, I'm still at 8 hearts without having to use a single golden apple. So I'm pretty proud of myself, I have to say. Jordan Stebbins asks, did you know there's a code 3? If you did, are you going to play it? And if not, will you play it now that you know it's out there? Well, I did know that. A lot of you guys let me know, and I also subscribed to Captain Sparkle, so I saw it in my feed, although I haven't watched it because that would be cheating, guys. But yeah, I do know that it's out, and I will play it. It's going to be a few more weeks. I'm going to play it, you know, once UHC is over and things like that. We'll get started into the code 3. SuperMacDonald says, hey, Think, if ever you will get invited to the Minecraft server, would you accept? Oh, and happy holidays. Well, happy holidays to you. And yes, in the off chance, the very, very rare chance that I got invited to Minecraft, I think I would have to accept. I don't think that you could possibly say no. Herobrine 316-2004 says, hey, what's your FOV in your options in Minecraft? I have it set at 80. Aaron Jackson says, what do you recommend is the best way to slay the Ender Dragon or the Wither? Well, if you watch my episode 25. That's probably the easiest way to kill the wither from my survival Let's Play. I'll link it in the description so you can check it out. And as far as the Ender Dragon, in my episode 41, I think I did pretty well. I didn't have any trouble at all. I didn't even wear a pumpkin because I was pretty much so OP that it really wasn't a challenge. I didn't worry about anything at all. But I'm gonna fight a wither soon in my Let's Play because I do have the 3 wither skulls that I found, and I wanna extend my beacon. And I thought of a really funny way. I had heard. I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard of a very funny way to fight the wither sort of indirectly in the nether. So I want to try that out because I can only imagine the comedy, and I think you guys would enjoy it. Tap PCPG says, think, have you ever been angry or given up on playing a Minecraft? Well, you know, when I've played Hunger Games and trying to win and I keep failing, I get pretty frustrated, and sometimes I will give up for that time or day or go get some air. But also my most recent survival, I was having such a hard time with that Ender Pearl elevator, and I couldn't figure out why it wasn't working. It was driving me nuts. Swanky or Pluto says, think, on your texture pack you have a noodle soup bowl, but the noodles are still mushrooms. Are you planning to change this? P.S. I love your videos. No, and the reason why is if I play with other people, or just seeing them on the ground, I don't know how they'll exactly work. But if I were, let's say, playing with someone and I have my texture pack on and I'm like, hey, I need noodles instead of the chopsticks or whatever, and they're gonna be like, is that a red mushroom or a brown mushroom? And I won't know the difference. So I think it's better just to have the mushrooms. And I mean, you think about it, we've got a noodle bowl, we put some mushrooms in it, and it makes noodle soup. I mean, you put mushrooms in your noodle soup, I think it's okay. M. Devu says, when you beat the Ender Dragon and go back into the home portal, all that dialogue comes up. My question is there any way to skip through all the words? Yep, just tap the escape key and you'll drop right into your world. Jamakin MC says, think, would it be awesome if there was a left-handed version of Minecraft? Well, I learned to use the mouse with my right hand a long time ago, even though I'm left-handed. But I can imagine those of you who play left-handed, you must have a really hard time with the key mappings and having the mouse map the way it is. I know that I think Generic B from Mindcrack is left-handed, and he plays with his fingers all twisted around to make it work for him, and it must be really hard. Denick55 says, hey, Think McNoodle, how come in Minecraft when you need resources, why don't you just go into creative mode and get yourself that resource? Well, I like to play on survival, and I like to earn all of the resources on my own, so I feel accomplished. If I were to just go into creative mode and get what I needed when I needed it, I wouldn't feel like I earned it on my own, and I really like the satisfaction of earning things and getting them by mining or killing things and doing everything on my own rather than going into the menu and grabbing things. So I just like that, and I feel more accomplished when I do it. Sims Gaming Life says, watching you do parkour makes me want to cry. Well, imagine if you were playing it and you were me and that's the best you could do. I bet you really would cry. The next person says, did you hear about the new Bouncy block and Granite? Yes, I did. The Bouncy block is a bit weird, but definitely did see the Granite, and looking forward to, if you guys didn't already know what they're referring to, is new blocks that are supposed to be coming in 1.8. Bracken Nelson says, is Technic the same as Hexit? Yes, sort of. Technic is the launcher, and it has a variety of different mod packs, including Hexit. Abby Centrabaptist 1 says, hey Think, do you have to pay for a new skin? No. I mean, not really. Mine I made myself, and you can make any skin you want, and you can download a ton of them for free. However, sometimes if you found a skin designer and you said, I want this one skin that does this and that and the other, they might charge you for their time to make it, but they're really free. Domi Lego 4 says, Think, you need to update the question, how do you see people in the lobby on the Hive on your website, because non-premiums can now see other people? Huh. I didn't know that, so I'll check that out and update it if it's true. Raphael Giglio asks, is your survival world going to be on a server every day? No, it was just that one time for the live stream. Boris 12709 asks, what happened to your cat creeper killer that guards the AFK fish farm? I have no idea. Just one day, poof, gone. I don't know where... Did I call it a he or she? I think it was a he. I have no idea where he went. He just disappeared, kind of like Fluffy tends to do, but I found Fluffy, but I don't know. He's gone. Master Yoda says, how come you have a Harry Potter Quidditch resource pack? Well, I was invited to preview something called Quidditch Craft, and it sort of hasn't come together. I think it was more than 6 months ago, I would guess. And it was sort of a beta alpha thing just to demonstrate what it was capable of. And it was pretty cool, and it required that resource pack. Moot says, in the SG voting lobby on the Hive, has anyone ever told you to eat the slime ball? It happens to me all the time, and it's really annoying. Why do they do that? It just takes you back to the hub. Well, they're trying to trick you. It's also like people telling you to do /hub to get premium, or Alt F4 to get premium. They're just trying to get you out of the lobby so that their friends can get in who aren't premiums. Curious Confused says, hey Think, have you ever had such an awesome dream where you meet someone you really want to meet and you think it's real life, but then you get really disappointed when you realize it was all a dream? Insert Wizard of Oz pun here. Well, you know, it's funny you mentioned that. It wasn't an awesome dream, but it was kind of a scary dream, and I realized I thought it was real, and then I was in the dream, and it was a really scary one. I had to do with like a tornado and like launching our apartment like far across Manhattan. We landed in Times Square, and we were okay, but Kopi was limping. It was just weird, and I thought it was real. It seemed really real until I like thought about it when we were looking at our apartment. The roof was ripped off, and I could see Times Square, and I was like, we're right in the middle of Times Square. This can't be real. How could we not have died? I mean, we would be dead. Look where we are. We went so far, and like we're on the ground. Like we would so be dead. And then I was like, this must be a dream. And then I was like, I can control this. This is awesome. And then I woke up. It was so disappointing. Dawson Buckaloo says, Think, what happened to baldness? Well, I guess everybody grew hair. I don't know. People don't talk about baldness that much anymore at all. Butter fan says, Think, what is your last name? Oh, that's easy. Noodles. I know that's not what you meant. All right, guys, that is it for this week's Ask Think. Don't forget to leave your question in the comments below, and also don't forget to show your support and like this video. I'll see you guys again soon. Thanks for watching, and of course, noodle on!